Welcome back to Send Crypto. In today's content, we're gonna go live, and then we're gonna give like a quick market review, and then talked about give a review about what we talked about last time about BTC and then altcoin, right? So let's get it started by taking a look at the. It is live stream, guys. So we're just gonna relax and enjoy the live stream. So Bitcoin is just about 53.81, just about 2.5% up. The biggest gainer, among the top 10 is just about not just about, but Bitcoin Cash, right? And then if you follow my live stream, we came by exactly at the 0.618. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin Cash shortly. 0.618 pullback for Bitcoin Cash, right? Just about 233. That was our target. Bitcoin Cash came back down to 231, right? So it's up 15%. Litecoin, we missed our target. It didn't get back to a 0.0115, but it came back down like to 0.0128 in that range, right? But we're gonna talk about it in the live stream. You guys know how to check the coin market cap. So total volume is just about 47 billion, much higher than what we talked about last time, just about 39. Last time was like 39 billion, our last live stream. You know how to do this stuff, guys, so I'm just doing it for reference purposes. So today's date is just about 4:30 2019, right? So the new month about to start, May 1st, right? Current time just about 9 p.m. 9:20 p.m. So just to give you time to show up on the live stream. So let's get it started, guys. Not that. So that's what we talked about last time, and then we compare Bitcoin and Litecoin, and then we said like Bitcoin is gonna be taken off very shortly, comparing Bitcoin and Litecoin, right? So if you missed that live stream, you can go back. It got I got a timestamp, so you can go back and watch all these reviews, guys. All these reviews, so all of them pretty much accurate. So it's free, guys. I'm not charging you anything, so I'm not doing this for a living, YouTubing for a living. So let's start with the chart. So let's go to a BTC USDT. Let me open up the chart room and see where we at. I still got the same setup as last time. We got this ascending triangle, and then we said like BTC gonna be retesting this the bottom of the trend line, and then we next target is just about this area of the upper level of the triangle, right? So you could be expecting a short let's see, a rejection just about this area, right? So it just depends, like you don't know like at what point BTC gonna get to this area. It might be like the first week of May, it might be like tomorrow, so it all depends. So the faster we get to this trend line, the shorter the price going to be, basically, right? So but the slower we get to this trend line, the higher the price going to be. So it all depends, right? So it all depends. So we had this setup since like April 17th, right? So keep that in mind. We got this setup since April 17th. So the current price of Bitcoin on Binance is 53.42, and then the weekly. Let me just remove this. So let's start with the weekly chart first of all. So the weekly chart is looking extremely bullish. Like I said last week, we were expecting the volume just about 250,000 BTC, right, trading volume on Binance. We got like 247,000, pretty good, right? Even though like we got a big rejection because of the Tether, right? So we got a big rejection. Now we're going back to this 50 AMA, right? So very shortly, 50 AMA or 50 AMA, whichever you use, right? So they're relatively very close to one another. So we're going back to this 50 AMA. Most likely we're gonna get a rejection, which is just about like 54.28, which is my next target, right? 54.28. So just for reference, right? Let's take a look at the monthly chart. The monthly chart, we have to go through bitstamp, right? I'm gonna put a timestamp, so we're gonna go by alphabetical order. So I'm gonna put a timestamp, so you know you guys can skip most of this stuff. So when you take a look at the weekly chart on bitstamp, we're making a bull flag. So a bull flag on the monthly time frame is, I mean on the weekly time frame, it is actually like a extremely bullish, guys. So you could be anticipating, you know, just to be conservative, right, a 1-to-1 extension of this $1,000 move, right? So you could be anticipating, you know, just about like a 6 to 800, just to be conservative, right? So most people, you know, anticipating 6,000, but we're gonna go much higher than 6,000. My, you know, long-term target is not long-term target, but medium-term target is 9,500 to 10,000 BTC in 2019. So we're gonna get there, guys. We're gonna get there. It's just not gonna be easy, but we're gonna get there. We've been pretty much bullish since like BTC was 3,500, but most people were, you know, thinking like we're gonna retest you know, 2,500. I said it in all my live streams. We're not gonna see 2,500 anytime soon. So you can short BTC as much you want, right? So, and then if you you know, you're from Italy, so I want me some Italian coffee. So so if you're in the Telegram group, you know what I'm talking about. So most right, people, you know, thinking like we're gonna retest. Hey, what's up, Carlos? What's what's up, Based? What's up, Bobby? Yeah, Bitcoin is doing great, guys. Bitcoin is doing great. ADA is doing great. XLM is doing great. Hey, what's up? What's up, Vet? Yeah. Thank you for that MFT call, right? You called that MFT on the Telegram group. It went up like 20% to the upside. So that was a great call. So if you are new to the content, make sure to join the Telegram group so you can get these, you know, conversation. You don't have to buy these coins, but we just changing ideas. It's free, guys. You're not paying anything to join the Telegram group. We're just having conversation. So let's go back to what's up, Johnny Bull? Johnny Bull in the house. Hey, yeah, we talked about it, man. Today we're just gonna have a live stream, man. Like you know, we're just gonna relax and enjoy the uptrend. Yeah, those, you know, most of those people who want like a, you know, 2,500 BTC, you know, are those people who missed the boat, man. I said it since BTC was 3,500, guys. I said it since BTC was 3,400, guys. You've been following me, so I've been pretty consistent. Even if we drop, you know, I'm gonna change my mind. If like we turn bearish, I'm gonna change my mind. You know, I'm gonna be extremely bearish, just like I was bearish on altcoin the first week of April. I said it. If you follow me, I said like the most important date in crypto right now is April 1st. I said it, like, you guys, if you know, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, right? The most important date in crypto is April 1st, right? So, and then, you know, most people are not paying attention. Yeah, MFT did great. Hey, what's up, Lynn Johnson? Love you too. So that's about. Hey, what's up, Alan? Thank you for tuning in, man. So most of you guys are around. So let's just go back, talk about BTC. BTC is pretty fun, man. It is pretty fun, guys. It is pretty fun. So the weekly chart, we're looking bullish, guys. It is a flag. I don't care how you call it, right? It is a flag. I don't care how you want to call this. If this is not a flag, I don't know what a flag will be, guys. So if this is not a flag, and that's one of the most bullish flag you can find in the market, right? So you got three type of flag. When we got this push to the upside the first week of April, if you've been following me, I said it, like BTC gonna be making like either this flag, right? So it's gonna make this one, or BTC gonna make this flag. Come on, this flag, just about this area, right? We're gonna make this one, and I say if we make this one, it's gonna be the uptrend gonna be slow, right? I even got the same. That's a thumbnail I got on that YouTube video, right? When BTC was just by this area. That's the type of flag I put on the thumbnail. So just to remind myself what I said, right? And then we got this flag. That's the most powerful one, guys. And that's what we got in. That's what we're getting on the weekly time frame. So most people are not paying attention. They're just sleeping, guys. I told you guys when BTC was 3,800. By the time they know what's going on, BTC gonna be 52 to 53, and we at 52, 53, guys. So it is amazing. But that's the most beautiful and bullish flag you can find. A 1-to-1 extension. That's it. You don't have to do anything but expect a 1-to-1 extension. This flag, we're making this flag just about on the daily time frame. So it is a very slow process to get to the upside, right? So, and then this flag, I mean, it is bullish, but you know, these two are most bullish one on crypto, right? According to the way I see the market. You don't have to follow, you know, what I do. It's just the way I see the market. It's not written anywhere. It's just the way I interpret what I see, right? And you know, it works like multiple times, right? So it's not like, you know, I don't know if you're gonna find this in Elliott wave or not, but it's just the way I look at the market. It's my own way of looking at the market. So you're looking at a 1-to-1 extension. So if you're looking at a 1-to-1 extension, just like we said of this move, just about this area, right? Just to be conservative, you're looking at just about 6,500. We already talked about it, right? So, but let's move on to the monthly chart. We already talked about the weekly. Let's move on to the monthly, because we were expecting like a very bullish month, right? So that's exactly what we got. You take a look at the monthly chart. We weren't able to close at 6K, but it's okay, right? We just wanted to close as possible to the you know, to the top of the week, right? That's what we said last time. We wanted to close, you know, just about like 5,500, but it's okay, right? It's not the end of the world, so it's okay. So let's take a look at the stochastic. The stock RSI, the monthly is still like pretty bullish, so we're not gonna see anything like maybe the next couple of weeks, unless like we turn bearish. You're gonna see like some movement, right? But if like, let's say we're still bullish, it is still gonna show you like a vertical line, right? Very clean line, just like this, right? So at some point it's gonna change direction, because we just getting out of the bear market. It's gonna change direction slightly, but you know, over time you're expecting like a very clean line to the upside, right? So even if you go on the weekly stochastic, right? We talked about it a couple of days ago, and what I told you about the weekly stochastic, you can go back. I said like the weekly stochastic gonna get back to the upside again, right? We're gonna get 100 again, right? Last time we were like, I think we were just about like 98, 99. I can't remember. I have to go back to the video, right? So, but we're gonna get another straight line, guys. We're gonna be in this range, like, you know, until BTC hit like 10K probably, right? So keep that in mind. Next target is 9,500, medium term target, right? So keep that in mind. Hey, what's up, Vet? BTC would be very tasty at 6,500. You guys be surprised when we get to 6,000, guys. Most people are calling for a dump once we get to, you know, 6,000, but they're gonna be surprised, guys. It's gonna be a lot of great news once we get to 6,000. Because most people, you know, will like, once we get to 4,200, we're gonna drop to 2,500. Take a look at what happened at 4,200, guys. Take a look at what happened. BTC is respecting these fib levels more than it respect the resistance line, right? So keep that in mind. So the next area of target, right, is just about 382. So I don't see like big resistance at a 6K. It is a resistance, but I don't see like a drop to 2,500 from a 6K, right? So I don't worry about this area of 6,400. No, it's not even 6K. It's like 6,400, right, guys? 6,400 range. So we're gonna take care of it, and then we're gonna hit 9,000 in that range, guys. So keep that in mind. That's my long-term target, medium-term target, not long-term target. Okay, if like, I mean, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Let's just get to like a 9,500, and then you know, after that we're gonna, you know, reassess our judgment, because we cannot be bullish forever. At some point we're gonna have to drop to the downside. So, but you know, at least for the short term, I'm extremely bullish on BTC, guys. I said it last time. Last time I said that, you know, that line, I'm extremely bullish on BTC. We got like 10% drop, and most people started to laugh. Like, come on, man, it's crypto. It is crypto, man. I mean, you can be bullish today and then bearish tomorrow. You know, how many people said like BTC going to 100K? I mean, like even like $500,000 by 2020. So I'm nobody, right? So I can say, you know, what I think, right? If I'm wrong, I just change my mind. That's it. We move on. We're just in the market to make money. We're not in the market to be right or wrong. I don't care, like, you know, if you're right or wrong. It's just like, you know, your judgment wasn't you know, accurate. That's all. And then you have to change your mind to reassess your judgment. That's all. So, all right, let's move on to the lower time frame again. So let's move on to, and then we're gonna take a look at altcoin, because altcoin looking like extremely bullish, guys. So ADA, XLM, and all of them. The low time frame, we could be seeing like a slight pullback. The stochastic kind of high. So let's see if the stochastic gonna be able to. Last time we got the live stream, the stochastic I think was just about this area. So you know, we can expect like a slight pullback just like that. So on the stochastic, so it's a big resistance, guys. So it's a big resistance, even though we broke like above 53 or 37. It is a big resistance still. So we have to break this you know, 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, right? On the 4-hour time frame, we have to break this 50 EMA with a big volume. So the 4-hour time frame just started. We actually got almost 1,000 BTC, right? Previously we got 3,000, so it is okay. We still got like 3 more, almost like 2.5 more hours. So we most likely gonna get a 3,500 BTC, right? So most likely, right? So it is okay, but we are bullish, guys. We are bullish. So let me remove this. So let me know if you want to talk about any coins. If not, I'm gonna go, you know, on my list of coins, right? So let's see. Okay. All right. So the 4-hour time frame, we're still pulling, you know, pushing to the upside, but we gotta break this 50 EMA, guys. We gotta break this 50 EMA. We gotta break, even though like we moving above 53.37, because the hourly time frame closed exactly at 53.37, just about 7 p.m. Eastern time, right? So that was a big fight just about this area. Let's see. It is the hourly time frame. ADA, XLM. Hey, what's up, Carlos? Just about this area, right? I think it was 1800, right? 1900. Yes, I think that's 1800. Yeah, exactly. We close above you know, not above, but at 53.37. And if you've been following our Telegram group, we've been not fighting, but we've been saying like we need to close above or at 53.37, and you know, we're getting this push to the upside. So it is actually good, right? The hourly time frame is extremely bullish. So if you take a look at it, you know, we could be anticipating like a wave number 5. I hate to use like Elliott waves, but you could be anticipating like wave number 5 just about this area after we break that that area of you know, 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. So, and then we could be coming back down to just about 382 maybe, or 50%. So we could be seeing again like 52.86 in that range, 52.86 to 52.61 after we get to you know, almost 5400. So keep that in mind. So I'm bullish, but you know, we also like need to pull back a little bit. So hey, what's up, Spencer? Hey, what's up, Humi? It's 3 a.m. in Europe. Okay, so Carlos, you want to talk about ADA? So since it's 3 a.m., let's talk about ADA. So ADA is the first coin on the alphabetical list. ADA is extremely bullish. Carlos, make sure to join the Telegram group. We've been talking about ADA when ADA was making this bull flag, guys. When ADA was making this bull flag, we talk about it. So I'll send a picture of ADA being so bullish, right? So like, let's say you day trading or you swing trading, you could catch this you know, 4% move, right? Depending on how many BTC you're willing to spend on ADA. So, but ADA, let's move on to the daily time frame, and then So ADA, you know, I'm extremely bullish on ADA, right? So I've been bearish on ADA since like 1800 sats, right? So I said it last time. If you watch my previous live stream, I said ADA, I'm looking for this double bottom. You can go back. It's I put a timestamp on it so I can remember and you know, can go back and verify what I said, right? So I said like I'm looking for this double bottom, a push to the upside, and you know, a divergence on the R side. So I'm not expecting the R side to keep going to the upside. I'm expecting the R side to come back down and retest this area. So maybe when BTC coming back down to 52.60 to 52.80, ADA gonna cool down at the same time, and then a further push to the upside, right? So keep that in mind. It is only bullish, like it is only the first day we bullish on ADA so far, right? So that's the first day we've been bullish on ADA since like this area. We've been calling the drop this whole time, right? So if you remember, you can go back and watch all my live streams. I never said like ADA gonna be going up until we got back to this area. So we even have to wait to see if we're gonna break the previous fib levels, how we're gonna break it even before we call like a further move to the upside, right? Because it might take a, you know, a quite a while before we get back to this area. So let's move on to XLM before you go to sleep. Guys, if you're new to the content, make sure to join the Telegram group. You don't have to subscribe. So to share your idea, you don't have to be correct or right. We just want, you know. So let's take a look at you know, XLM. That's what we talked about last time. We got this corrective move, and then we said like we could be double bottoming, right? So I said like I'm gonna be monitoring this area. That's exactly what I circled, right? So you see like XLM started to turn bullish. So now we're getting this we're about to get a divergence, right? So I'm looking for this R side to, you know, make a U-turn, right? So I'm not expecting R side to make a straight move. It's not going to be healthy. So at some point, it doesn't have to be exactly like at this area, the U-turn. I'm just drawing, right? So it could push further to the upside, but I'm looking for a U-turn, right? Because BTC is going to be bearish shortly. Not bearish like you know, going to $1,000, but like a correction. And then most of these coins also people are gonna be taking profit before further move to the upside. So keep that in mind, right? So let's take a look at the lower time frame for XLM. You see same exact drawing. So we got this corrective move, right? So a retest of the previous low, and then now we move into the upside. That's even like a wave number 1. So we could expect like 5-wave structure. So let me just remove everything. That's only like wave number 1. We're getting rejection from this 50 MA on 4-hour time frame, but it is not weak enough. So it is not weak enough. So we can expect like further move to the upside, right? At least for the short term. So let's just go to the hourly time, 45 minutes. It'll look better. So you take a look at the 45 minutes time frame. That's what I sent on the Telegram group, and XLM was making this bull flag, guys. So you can expect like 5-wave structure before a slight pullback, right? So you get your easy 5-wave structure just like that. So you just don't know at what point we're going to be we're going to be bearish, not bearish, but start to correct, you know, slight pullback, a further move to the upside, because that's a 45 minutes. So we're already a double bottom on the 45 minutes. So it's going to take quite a while before we get back to this area, right? So even the correction is not going to be severe. I don't think it is going to be severe. Let's take a look at the hourly. So the hourly is kind of 72, kind of extended. So it is correct to anticipate a wave number 5 before the you know, a correction, at least a 382 correction, right? So in case like you guys want to take, I mean, it's not a financial advice, but in case you're thinking about taking profit. So a good area to take profit would be just about 1870 in that range. I mean, to you know, to do some add-on. Like let's say you want to add on again, so or you're waiting for the price to cool down. So let's take a look at LTC. Hey, what's up, Lynn Johnson? Hey, what's up, Humi? Let's take a look at Ethereum first. Lynn Johnson, Ethereum. So we move on to Ethereum BTC. Ethereum BTC, I remember exactly what we talked about Ethereum BTC, right? Was a 0.0296, right? So I think 0.0296 in that range, right? So that's what we got exactly. We double bottom at 0.029, right? If you remember well, right? We double bottom at 0.029. We got this trend line, and then we were waiting for Ethereum to retest it, right? So Ethereum retest the trend line, and then we said if we don't hold strong, the most probable area of support is like Ethereum to double bottom. But Ethereum double bottom in this range look like, you know, it is going to be double bottoming in this range also. So it already double bottom. So let's move on to the lower time frame, right? Let me remove this. Ethereum hasn't even started to push to the upside, guys. It is just like moving sideways. So you take a look at this pattern. It is the same exact pattern you got on the daily time frame. So this exact pattern right here, that's the same exact pattern you got on the daily time frame. But the only downside is that on the daily time frame, this pattern came back down, retest is low. So if you expect like Ethereum to push to the upside, you would be expecting like Ethereum to come back down in this range, right? It is not like to be bearish, but if you visualize this pattern, I just take a look at it. I just opened the 1 hour time frame, but if I go back to the daily time frame, I can remember. I can you see this pattern right here? That's the same exact pattern you got. You have to look at it in 3D. That's the same exact pattern you got just about this area on the daily time frame, right? And if you remember, so Ethereum is just about this area. So if that's the case, you could be expect like Ethereum to retest this area on the 1 hour time frame. So but Ethereum is extremely bullish unless you want some cheaper Ethereum, right? So but if you go back to the 1 hour time frame, you can see the comparison, right? So you see how similar they look like, right? So area of support would be, you know, just about 0.029 again, right? Or 0.03, just in that range, right? So keep that in mind. So altcoin gonna cool down. They've been pretty much rough the last 4 hours, 8 hours. So they've been pretty aggressive. So they're gonna be cooling down because most people are gonna be taking profit, right? So let's take a look at Litecoin. And then you got some altcoin ready to take off anyway, like PVX. A lot of altcoin, they're not even like ready to take off yet. Like they are just building up to the upside. So like PVX, you know, ICX also, you know, building up a nice bottom formation. XEM, NEM, a lot of other altcoins, guys. So we take a look at the Litecoin on the hourly time frame. We are pushing to the downside. So we already got like clean 5-way structure to the upside. You don't even have to count it, you just take a look at it and then you're going to see it. So best area to look for support just about 50% to 0.618 in this range, right? So you could be anticipating another 4% drop from Litecoin, right, for you know, push to the upside. You're about to get a crossover on the lower time frame, right? You got your 50 EMA just about this area. So got your 50 EMA pushing to the upside, right? So, you know, and then you got your 100 EMA. So this crossover most likely going to support the price, and then you can you know, anticipate another, you know, push to the upside, right? So but we're just going to have to wait and see because we have not confirmed the uptrend yet. We're just building a you know, a bottom formation to move to the upside. So keep that in mind, right? But they actually extremely bullish. So, you know, target for Litecoin on the daily time frame was 0.0115. We're not there yet, right? So we're not quite at that area yet. So but I'm still if this let's say we break this, we push to the downside again, right? So you gotta think about this is just the daily time frame, right? Let's say we got a, you know, before like 4 a.m., right? We got a slight correction and then get a support from this 100 EMA on the daily time frame, a push to the upside. I'm definitely going to be bullish, right? Extremely bullish. So but ultimate target for Litecoin was 0.0115. We're not quite there yet, but you know, it is looking bullish. So you take a look at the RSI. We got this V shape, right? Not a V shape, but it is what, A shape, right? I call it A. A shape. So a retest of this A shape, so could make us like a be really bearish, so not bearish, but give us a correction to take profit, right? So retest a further move to the upside. So keep that in mind, guys. Hey, what's up, Computer Royal? Thank you for tuning in. Let's move on to I talked about A and B on the Telegram group, so let's go ahead and take a look at A and B BTC. A and B BTC is giving us a nice nice sideways correction, but it is very undecided. So I've been monitoring like A and B like since A and B was like just about 750, right? 750 to 730. So it is almost up like 10% since then, right? So it just looks small on the lower time frame, right? So but it is up like almost like 13% since like we made this bottom. So I don't quite talked about it, but it is one of these coins, like, you know, usually like after every 30 to 45 days it gives you like a 30% move. I did like a rough analysis on A and B, so I'm expecting a pullback from A and B, just about like a 382, right? Just like what I said about IOTA. If you remember what I said about IOTA, before IOTA like give us that IOTA gave us 40% move. So if you pay clear attention, it's a 40% move from the bottom. So keep that in mind. So I'm expecting A and B to retest this area. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, right? Just about 1141. It's not gonna be quick, but it might take some time. But I'm expecting like ADA to give us, not ADA, but A and B to give us this 60% move to the upside. So it's been down like almost 40%, I think, the month of April. Like most of these cryptos, like it's like down 63%, guys, 62%, just this month of April, guys. So it cannot keep going down forever, guys. It has to pull back. So it has to pull back. So I'm expecting this 382 pullback at least for the short term. Excuse me, at least for the short term, right? So keep that in mind. So we're gonna move on to a Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash, BCH-ABC. We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin Cash, Tether, and Bitcoin Cash. Let's see, Bitcoin Cash and BTC, right? So when you take a look at Bitcoin Cash, right? So that's what we exactly said, right? So last time, if you remember, when I said, like, you know, I was trying to, you know, give TA on Bitcoin Cash ABC, but I was looking at a Bitcoin Cash USD Theta, and then we said we're looking for this 0.618 pullback, right? Just about 233. That's exactly what we came back, coincide with this 50 EMA, a push to the upside. So we're getting rejection from the previous, not even like from the previous fib level, but let's see what kind of pullback we got so far. I don't think it's at 382 yet, so we still got like room to go from Bitcoin Cash. It is exactly at 382, so we could be expecting like some correction to the downside. So we could be expecting some correction to the downside. So, but it is exactly at 382. Let's take a look at the lower time frame. So the lower time frame, you can see like we're getting rejection from the 50 EMA. So it is not a 5-way structure. It is just a 3-way to the upside. So a slight pullback, get a better momentum, a further move to the upside. So we could be anticipating a slight pullback from Bitcoin Cash, at least for the short term. So a pullback to just about 251 to 257, in that range. The current price is 272, so we could be pulling back down to 251, right? 251 to 257, which is just about a 0.618, which is also a an area of support, right? 0.618 to 50%, right? So in that range, keep that in mind. So most people are going to be taking profit, guys. Most people, you know, going to be taking profit, because that's the first uptrend, like the first clean uptrend since like you know, for Bitcoin Cash, since like, I mean, it's been like 2 weeks actually, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But most crypto, they've been down like since April 1st, so keep that in mind. Hey, what's up, Carlos? Thank you, man. Let's move on to Dash. So I haven't talked about Dash for a while now, so I think like I didn't talk about Dash on my last live stream. So Dash, as we expecting, we're looking for this. We're looking for this push to the upside. So we've been down like so much. So we're looking for this push to the upside, come back and further move, right? So let's take a look at the daily time frame. Just like the rest of the crypto, Dash been down since April 1st, like when Bitcoin was pushing to the upside. Almost let's see, almost 30% down versus BTC. So it is still like correcting. It is not confirmed like we're pushing to the upside. It is still correcting because we could like get a fake out. So keep that in mind. So we just have to wait for divergence. RSI is not even clean yet, so Dash is lagging behind. So let's see if Dash can climb to the upside just like that and then give us a divergence. So before it further move to the upside. So but we could be enjoying like at least like 10 to 15% move from Dash, at least for the short term. I think Dash is up. I don't even know. TradingView is like saying that Dash is just up like 0%. So but it is not correct. So it is like 0% since like 8 p.m. Eastern time. But when you take a look at the 24 hours uptrend, it is more than 1%, I think, right? So let's take a look at it. It's like 3%, something like that. So I have to double check. But let's just go ahead and move on to DNT. DNT, take a look at DNT. We got the same setup. I haven't even like touched this setup, right, since last time I talked about it. So look at it, man. Like we got the same exact setup. Most of my live stream, guys, I just get up and do it. It's not like something I prepare in advance. It's just like I just get up and go live. So we didn't even change the setup, guys. We say we're gonna retest it, a push to the upside. That's what we exactly getting. So but it is not confirmed yet, because even though like it is bullish on the daily time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, it is extremely bullish, but we just have to wait for confirmation. The RSI is coming back down. It is too early to call for uptrend, right, for altcoin, even though I'm extremely bullish on the lower time frame. So keep an eye on it to stay within this channel. If not, it is probably like a time to take profit and then wait for a pullback. So if it is like more than 10% up, right? So I think last night it was like 263. I was watching it actually. It was like 263 on my phone. I was looking at the price of it. It just jumped like to almost like 300, right? So it is pretty good. So it's 10% move, guys. It's 10% move. So you don't get these 10% move that easy most of the time. So let's move on to engine. Neo also looking great, guys. So I might jump to Neo next because engine, I'm still looking for some reason. I'm pretty bearish on engine, guys. I'm still looking for engine is double bottoming at a 0.618. But I'm still looking for this reversal to 1969, right? For some reason. I mean, not for some reason, but just like the rest of the crypto, I'm still looking for engine to make this 0.786 pullback, 0.786 pullback, which is another like almost like 30% to the downside. So like I said, it doesn't mean like engine not going to give you like 10%, 15% move to the upside, because this correction might not be as linear as I'm drawing it, right? So it could last just by this area. It could make these move, right? These move just, and then all of a sudden, just like a wave or a stratus, one of them made that move, right? It might take like forever, but it could last in this range like till like June, July before a push to the downside. So it just doesn't. Just because I say like it's gonna pull back to 0.786 doesn't mean like it's gonna get there like next week. So keep that in mind. So I'm not telling you to sell or buy. I'm just telling you like what I think the chart going to be doing. So let's say we break this area of 40,000. yeah, this area of 40,000, I mean 3900, right? 39, not 40,000, 4,000 range, right? So I'm most likely, you know, I'm most likely gonna change my mind. So because we're so close to the R side, just about this area, because we could be double bottoming, right? We're so close to this oversold area, we could be double bottoming, or, you know, retest this area of a 30. So keep that in mind. So keep that in mind. We could retest this area, just about this area, right? So we could retest it. So all right, let's go ahead and move on to EOS. What's up, Johnny Boo? Yeah, all season about to start again, man. Sleep or stuff like that. You can come back and watch. I'm gonna try to put a timestamp. EOS BTC, we double bottoming just about this area of a 50 MA. The 50 MA is holding strong. I'm still looking for EOS to come back down just about you know, this area of 8,000, right? That's why I put this 80,000, just about this area, right? So that's why I put this area, this number just about this area of 50%, right? I'm still looking for EOS to come back, even though we're getting a big support, just about a 382, right? So a push to the upside and then get into this range. So some of these alts they're going to take a look at. I can't remember which one it is, right? So but it is giving you the same pattern on. Keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and move on to Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic is, we are looking for a double bottom, but it is retest this trend line of 1,000, right? Just about 10,000, right? So yeah, but I think it's 100,000, right? So let's wait and see if Ethereum Classic gonna come back and retest this area for 100,000. So but it is pushing higher. The R side start to decline. People are going to be taking profit, so most people are eager to take profit. So keep that in mind, because this move is pretty vertical. I was watching Ethereum Classic moving to the upside, but I didn't like the chart, so I didn't like this move to the upside. So on the lower time frame, it was kind of weird. I'm not used to this pattern, so I was like, even though it double bottomed on the bigger time frame, but I didn't like this move. Like, it is so linear. I'm like, let's just wait. So it is just linear move. So I was looking for Ethereum Classic to make this move now, and then further move to the upside. So keep that in mind. So let's move on to Ethereum. I think we talked about giving you this bottom formation. And if you remember, like last time we talked, I said like wait for NEOGAS to reach. We basically retest the trend line. Extremely bullish, guys. It is very bullish on the 4-hour time frame. To, you know, 50% move can be. So that's what I'm looking for. You know, all this coin I just cover, I'm looking for a pullback. I said it, right? I said it. I'm looking for like a pullback, but NEOGAS, I'm looking for this move. So just put your stop loss if you're day trading or swing trading. But I'm looking for a very aggressive move from NEOGAS. So, but let's just wait and see how we're gonna get that move to the upside. So a possible retest of this 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. So which is just about, let's see, this 100 EMA, which is just about we could break it, come back down to this area, just about 15%. So, but it is going to take some time. So it is going to take some time. But let's just wait and see, right? Very shortly. I'm going to update NEOGAS next live stream. Let's move on to ICX and then IOTA. Oh, I got a lot of drawing on ICX. So ICX, we get back to our target exactly at 0.786, right? So if you've been, you know, if you follow the last live stream when we talked about ICX, even before the last live stream, we say ICX, you know, after this push to the upside, like I think like ICX went up to like almost like you know, 8,000, right? 8,000 sats. So Yeah, just about this area, right? So, and then we said like we're gonna come back down to 0.786. Now we got back to 0.786. It is time for ICX to give us some reversal pattern now. So keep an eye on ICX. Good time to be accumulating ICX. It is not a financial advice, but it is good time to be accumulating, you know, ICX. Current price is just about 600. So target was 628. So I think we came down to 601 in net range, 600. So the only thing I'm kind of afraid about ICX is like we get a dump to the downside, just like this coin we just talked about, gas, right? A 16 to 20% dump to the downside, a big wick to the downside. So that's my only concern right now, because if the market decide to reverse ICX, it's gonna reverse. So and then most of these buy orders probably they're gonna get filled. So keep an eye on the big dump to the downside, just about this area. So, but I'm looking for a reversal pattern. So keep an eye. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, at least for the short term. Let's move on to IOTA. Hey, what's up, Singh? Double bottom. What I mean by double bottom, price coming back down to retest the same area of support just to confirm, like, you know, it is ready to push to the upside. So that's what I mean by double bottom. So basically, like, you got a price, you know, moving sideways. All of a sudden you got a big move to the upside and coming back down like that. So we call it double bottom. Just double top. So when it does the opposite, you get double top, right? So basically, let's take a look at the IOTA, right? We're gonna start with the lower time frame. I think like IOTA got another leg to the upside before another correction. So it gave us this divergence, most likely. Let's take a look at the R side. So it gave us this divergence. We talked about it, a push to the upside. So we only got like 3 wave. If like we don't get the wave number 5, it's not gonna look good at all, right? So we need this wave number 5 just about this area, so before a retest, a further move to the upside. So the price is gonna be very boring, but it is at least like profitable, because you can expect like another, you know, let's see, another like 20% move to the upside, right, from IOTA, 15% move to the upside, right? So but let's see if like we're gonna get this 15% move to the upside, because I'm anticipating like wave number 5, and if we like, let's say we don't get it, you know, it means like it's just a normal correction, and then we got a more sell off to do to the downside. It's not gonna look good at all. So but I'm looking for another, you know, 15% move to the upside from IOTA, at least for the short term, because as soon as we got this move to the upside, I said like IOTA target was actually 53, something like that, 53.50, something like that, right? But we at 382, which is pretty bullish, right? So which is pretty bullish. So 382 target is pretty bullish, at least for the short term. So keep that in mind. If you want to be aggressive, you can just take the entire wave. I mean this entire wave number 3. You add a 50%. So which is also correct, a better way of looking at it. But if you just want to be conservative, like sometimes I like to be conservative, so I take this entire wave just to wait for a better Fibonacci level. So it is bullish, guys. We talked about IOTA a couple days ago, and then we said if that's the top, that's the bottom, and you're looking April 1st to be the top, so you would be looking at 382 pullback, right? So we got a 382 pullback exactly. So we got 382 pullback, a further push to the upside to a 50% pullback, right? So we could be challenging this area for 0.618, but we just have to get confirmation, right? So let's say we get to, yeah, it is about 0.618, right? So if like we move 15%, it is almost like a 0.618 pullback. So and then you're looking at almost a total of almost 50% move to the upside, like in 1 week. So keep that in mind. So I said it exactly, you know, these coins, they can give you like 40% move while they're going down. So if you remember my last live stream. So let's go ahead and move on to we're gonna move on to LISC. I usually don't talk about LISC, but it is looking it is down so much. Also, it is we could be paying attention to LISC, at least for the short term. Even though if we don't trade it, we just, you know, keep an eye on it. It is making a nice bottom formation, nice reversal pattern. It is one of those coins, you know, the next couple of days after the market is green, they just like popped out of nowhere. So you'd be like, man, I forgot about LISC. So a big reversal pattern. So keep an eye on this, on LISC, at least for the short term, right? I'm not gonna, you know, go deep into LISC, but just to keep an eye on it. So almost like, let's see, just like the rest of the crypto, 33% down, just like a Bitcoin Cash. So expect like a rejection from one of these EMAs, at least for the short term. So you're looking at either a 10% or a 20% move to the upside, right? At least for the short term. So let's take a look at the lower time frame. The lower time frame, it is actually like, it is extremely bullish, just like I think another coin looks like this. I think it's NAME, right? We're gonna take a look at NAME. So we're gonna take a look at NAME or ZILLIQA. One of them got the same pattern. So it is looking extremely bullish, even though it is giving you a falling wedge just like that. But we're getting a nice divergence. You're just wishing like the R side gonna break this area, right? So if the R side breaks this area, I don't even care if price breaks this area. It is going to be very bullish, guys. So I'm just looking for our side to break this area. So it is a divergence, guys. It doesn't matter how you look at it, it's a divergence. You got this you know, high lows in this area. You know, price is making some lower lows, and then a break above this area. You don't even have to wait. You know, you don't even have to wait for this area. It is going to be very bullish. So let's go ahead and move on to MCO. Hey, what's up, Linksfin? MCO, let's see. Haven't talked about MCO for a while now. MCO is very hard-headed. It is actually pushing to the upside. It is one of these. It is one of the most bullish crypto. I'm looking for MCO to come back down to a 0.618 to a 0.786 in this range, and then it is pushing to the upside. So that's a great sign, at least for the short term. It is only one of the few coins, you know, where you can see like the R side is just about 60 here, right? The R side is at 60. So it is like, I think like only MCO and Nano, right, were able to like stay in this range. You might find like some other crypto, but most of the crypto are, you know, cover. Only MCO and Nano were able to like you know, keep up with BTC. Most of the even Litecoin weren't able to keep up with BTC, right? At some point Litecoin has to drop like almost 25%. MCO only dropped like, you know, this whole month only like 5% versus BTC. That's great, man. That's great. So if BTC like turn bullish again, you can expect like MCO to like beat BTC again, at least for the short term. But we're gonna come back to MCO as soon as we get back to this area of a triple top. So if it doesn't break it, it's not gonna look good at all. So let's move on to MFT, because we talked about MFT on the Telegram group. If you're new to the content, make sure to join the Telegram group under the link, so you can have your input. MFT BTC. It is not a financial advice. We just guys like you know, give alert to each other. So it's not like I haven't taken a look at MFT like for so long, but we were looking for this reversal pattern, but we didn't get it. We, you know, get this falling wedge, a drop to the downside. Now we're getting a better reversal pattern in this range. So I think it gave us like 20% move today. So hopefully it is gonna follow. We're gonna get a follow through, because most of this crypto, they give you the same pattern actually, right? On the R side, you can see like, I think we talked about Dash or whichever coin we just talked about. We got the same pattern. So a retest of this channel, and you know, most people are going to be taking profit. I would also, you know, a 20% move versus BTC, guys. So I would be taking profit. So you think about it, if you put like 1 BTC on it, and then like this coin, that's the best. That's, I don't know how to explain it, but that's the beauty of this altcoin, guys. Let's say you're pretty bearish on BTC, right? And then you find a extremely bullish coin, right, versus BTC like MCO, and then you put like one BTC on MCO, right, and then it gives you like 20% move versus BTC. So it means like you're okay with your BTC now. Even if BTC like goes 5%, you still like can handle it. You just have to move back to BTC. You just don't want to stay in that coin, like because that coin gonna lose that 20%. Like it's not gonna keep it like forever. At some point it is going to lose it. So you take that 20% and put it back into BTC. Even if BTC drop like 5-10% on the dollar value, you're still okay, because you know you've been up like 10% on your dollar value. You know, even though like you're up 20% on BTC, that means like you're up like 20% on your dollar value. So I don't know if I'm bad at explaining things, right? So I'm very bad at explaining things. But you know, if you're in crypto, you know what I mean, right? If you've been long enough in crypto, you understand what I mean. So basically, you know, BTC is $5,000, and this crypto is, you know, 20% up versus BTC. Basically, it's, you know, you got like, $1,000 profit, right? So if you move all your coin back into a BTC, so you got $6,000. So if BTC drop, you know, 10%, you're not gonna feel it. I mean, you're gonna feel it, but you know what I mean. So let's just move on. I'm bad at explaining. So let's move on to a nano. BTT is ready to move up. Let's I think I skipped BTT. Let's move on to BTT, and then I'm gonna take a look at nano. I know I skipped BTT. Yeah, I remember BTT, right? We talked about BTT coming back down to this range, right? I don't know, last time we talked about BTT, I think it was just about 0.618 or not, or whatnot, right? But I can't remember. But it is exactly at a, 0.786. It's been a while since we talked about BTT. It might be like more than 2 weeks. So it is up just like the rest of the crypto, giving you this pattern on the R side. You know, the volume is extremely low, so it is hard to do any it is hard to be confident, and because of the volume is so low, right? It can dump at any time. So, but I mean, it is making a double bottom on 0.786. So the only thing you can expect, we could be reversing after a retest of this area. So I would be like holding tight at least for the short term and wait for a reversal. It is not just gonna be, you already got a 3-wave down, right? A clear 3-wave down exactly to 0.786. You can expect at least a retest of this area, right? Or get rejection from a 50 MA. So but if the market decides to push to the upside, most likely we're gonna get a rejection from this 50 MA, right? Which is just about almost 50% move, guys. So it is a big move. The next area of resistance. Next area of resistance is very big. So I can't take a look at the lower time frame because it has a very low volume. It's gonna look very ugly. Look at it. Let's see. Look at it. It's gonna look very ugly. So it's gonna look very ugly. So I just keep that in mind, at least for the short term. Let's move on to nano. I got other source of earning. I'm not a full-time in crypto, so I'm only part-time in crypto. So I wish I was full-time in crypto. I wish, man, but the market is so bearish. It's hard to go full-time in crypto, guys. So but if you have enough, like your portfolio is big enough, and you know what you're doing, I'm not advising you to go full-time, but I'm saying, like, if you know what you're doing and then you know how to take profit, you definitely can go full-time in crypto with even like I mean 5 BTC, probably 10 BTC. But I'm just speculating. Don't go full time in crypto if you don't know what you're doing. I'm just talking. But I'm not a full time crypto. That's a short answer. But let's take a look at Nano. Nano, we got a target just about 0.786 just to be safe, but it is reversing at 0.618, right? So it is a good sign. So I talked about this 0.618, but I said, like, you know, just to be conservative, let's wait at 0.786. It's just safer. It's just safer. It's no need to rush, because if BTC like is bullish, most likely Nano gonna be bearish, right? So it's no need to rush. Like, let's say you don't care about Tether, right? You only go in and out, you know, BTC and altcoin. So it is you're good on both ways. You don't have to worry. But at the same time, the good thing about Nano, you don't have a 3-wave correction, so you can expect like Nano to push a little bit further, right, to the upside, you know, and a push to the downside. That's very possible. So keep an eye on Nano for you know, further push to the upside, right, at least for the short term, before a slight correction to the downside. So, and then you know, we're gonna get a reversal pattern, because Nano and MCO, like I said, Nano and MCO is only like one of the few altcoins, you know, keeping up versus BTC. So, but I'm still expecting Nano to give us a nice correction just about this area, and then we're gonna get to 50,000 sats. So, at least for the short term, it is not going to change anything about Nano, right? My perspective about Nano, I'm still bullish on Nano. It is just like we need a normal correction. That's it. Because we don't have 5-wave structure in this area, so you only can see 3 waves, and then I'm not expecting wave number 5. So we got 1, 2, and 3. So we could be getting 1, 2, 3 just to confirm, you know, the uptrend. Then we can push to the upside. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and move on to NEBLIO. NEBLIO got a very low volume, but it was looking extremely bullish the last couple of hours. Guys, if you're new to the content, make sure to join the Telegram group, and then so you can give us your input, right? NEBLIO was looking great on the lower time frame. So let's take a look at the hourly. Yeah, the hourly, we got a nice bull flag, but let's see if we're gonna be able to push to the upside, because just like NEO, right, we're getting squeezed. This pattern looks like NEO, right? We're getting squeezed, but we're getting squeezed by this 50 MA. So let's see how we're gonna be able to break it for further move to the upside. So, and then another retest to the downside. So, but it is actually bullish, right? It is a nice bull flag, a push to the upside. So, but let's go back to the bigger time frame. The volume is kind of very low on NEBLIO, only 24 BTC on Binance, so it is kind of actually low. I mean, on the bigger time frame, you know, we actually at a support level. We could be retesting this area of you know, just about this area. We could be looking at another 10% drop just to retest it, and then a further move to the upside, because the R side is actually very oversold, right? So we could be looking for this W, a push to the upside, very aggressive move, at least for the short term, right? So we still got some correction for most of this alt. I thought we were pretty bullish, but it seems like we still got some correction to do before a further move to the upside. But the lower time frame is it is actually extremely bullish. You can get like those 5-10% move. Let's go ahead and take a look at the NEO next. NEO. Man, it's gonna be a long. I mean, we're almost at XRP, guys. Most of you guys looking for XRP. XRP was extremely bullish, like early in the morning, just about like 7 a.m. We got back to like 5,800. I was kind of excited, but I was like, let me just wait. So, because I didn't know what was going on. I just woke up. So, NEO, we getting a nice bottom formation just about this area. So on the bigger time frame, it is actually like coming back down, so it is not a bad thing, right, for a retest of just about like 175 to 190,000 sats. I was trying to get NEO like at 100 and I think like 183, 182, right, thousand, but I couldn't even, like, my buy order couldn't fill, so I was like, I'm not gonna be in rush. So but we could be retesting this trend line just to get this divergence on the daily time frame, right? And then another retest of 174,000 sats, further move to the upside, because we got a big rejection just about this area, just about 191, right? So we're not even like able to get, maybe my buy order got filled now because I was trying to get in at like 1823, so it finally got in. So hopefully I didn't cancel it. So, but we could be retesting this area again, so it is going to be bad for me, but we could be looking for another push to the upside. So, but let's take a look at the lower time frame. It was actually it was bullish, man. It was bullish. So maybe BTC is dropping why most of these altcoins dropping. So we broke this area of resistance on the lower time frame. Let me just remove everything. On the lower time frame, we broke this area of resistance, right? So maybe we're just gonna retest it, a push to the upside. So let's see how NEO gonna handle just about this area of 1817, right, on Binance, right? Basically, let's say 182,000 sats, so in that range. So we could even come deeper, right? Just about like 180,000 sats before it further move to the upside. So I was looking at it on my phone, so I didn't get a chance to take a look at the R side, but it is still okay. So it is still okay. We got the 50 MA, and then we got the crossover to support the price, at least for the short term, for another retest. So even if like we decide to go bearish, we're gonna retest this area for like, let's say 1845, right? Just about 1845. Man, that's a lot. Let's see. That's just about one. I mean, it's a lot. It's still like 1%, 1.5%. So let's move on to Stratus. Am I bullish on TKY? TKY, I think it has a very low volume. It's been a while since I take a look at it. So let me take. Are we at T yet? We passed T. Let's move on to Nexus and Populous before we move on to Stratus. Nexus. I'm going to take a look at TK. I think it's that coin name. The key, right? TKY. Next, I'm putting Nexus Populous, Nexus BTC. Nexus is making a nice formation, just like Ethereum on a lower time frame. So double bottom, just about this area, trying to push to the upside, but most likely going to get some resistance in this area. So let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, it is actually looking bullish, a nice uptrend. So let's see if like Nexus is going to be able to break this area of 50 EMA, 100 EMA actually, because we're getting support from the 50 EMA, but this 100 EMA is keep rejecting the price, right? So it is not a good sign. We were looking for divergence first of all on Nexus on the daily time frame on the after it came back down to 0.786, but it decided to come back just about this area of a double bottoming, right? So just about this area, so it is double bottoming, just like Monero, right? So if you remember, Monero came back down to like a 0.0116, right? 0.0115 in that range. So but the daily time frame, it is actually bullish, a nice divergence, but we're gonna have to wait for pullback just like that. You don't know at what point we're gonna get this we're gonna retest this trend line, because this trend line is just virtual, it's not there yet. I'm just drawing it, so you don't know if the trend line gonna be aggressive like this, or it is gonna be flat. So we're just gonna have to wait, and then we're gonna confirm it with price at the same time. So but let's just leave it like this, at least for the short term. Next coin we're gonna talk about is Populous. Let's move on to Omizago first before we jump to Populous. OMG BTC. All right, the key. Thanks, Linkfin. Linksfinks. Man, your name is kind of funny, Linksfinks. I'm just joking. So, Omizago is double bottoming at the same time, and then the RSI is looking extremely bullish, just like the rest of the crypto. So, but I would be waiting for a retest. I thought crypto was actually bullish, but on the daily time frame, it seems like we're gonna pull back. We're gonna get another pullback, right? It is gonna be a slight pullback because Omizago. I remember covering Omizago when I thought Omizago gonna make this expanded flat just like this, right? And then further push to the upside, but neither this 50 MA nor this 100 MA wasn't able to support the price, so it just gave us a nice ABC correction to the downside, right? A nice ABC correction to the downside. So a very impulse wave to the downside. So we could be expecting at least a 382 pullback. So at least a 382 pullback, just like IOTA, guys, just like IOTA. If you remember what I said about IOTA gave us like almost like a 40% move, guys. So that's a 30% move to the upside if like we're gonna retest 382. But we're gonna get back to Omizago next time we go live, right? So remind me. I don't have any Omizago, so it's not like I'm trying to pump the price. So the only coin I'm looking to accumulate more is basically NEO. So POPULOUS next, and I'm not pumping NEO neither, so it's not like I've been bearish on NEO too. So PPT BTC. Hey Vet, yes, you talked about MFT, right? So you gave us that signal on MFT about those, I think 14 BTC. I think it was on Bitfinex. I can't remember what exchange, but I think you sent the picture, right? And then a buy order of 14 BTC, and all of a sudden it went up like 20%, guys. So going back to PPT, we exactly at this area. We're looking for a reversal pattern, came back down to this big dump. So, but we're not getting one yet. So let's see if like a PPT gonna give us a a reversal pattern with a divergence. So RSI is extremely weak, so it is not strong at all. Just like the rest of the, not just like, but unlike the rest of the cryptos, right? So it is not strong at all. So it is pretty much flat. So, but the next couple of days, couple of weeks, we can see like at least PPT like to get very strong. So keep that in mind, at least for the short term, because it is double bottoming, and coupled with a very low RSI, so it is actually starting to get bullish again. So, but the current price is bearish, but the momentum can be, you can look at it as bullish, right? Because like let's say we get a reversal pattern from this area, double tapping or at least getting back to a 382, it is going to be a 30% move at least, right? So let's see. Yeah, it is going to be a 30% move to the upside, just like Omizago. I talked about Omizago. So IOTA already gave us the pattern to 382. So you can expect most of this crypto to go back to 382, just like what we talked about at the first week of April. You guys remember, right? We said like the first week of April, most crypto dropped. Some of them made a U-turn but couldn't break this area. Only BTC was able to keep going up. So 90% of the cryptos they drop and then keep dropping. Like some of them already made 3 waves to the downside and then they completely oversold. So keep that in mind. So we said that like the first week of April, guys, and I said like I'm pretty bullish on most of these coins, but I'm starting to get like a lot of concern the first week of April. If you guys been following me, you know what I mean, right? So I said it a long time ago. So let's move on to RDN. I think we talked about RDN before. Man, hopefully I'm gonna be able to put a timestamp. All right, RDN. RDN is double bottoming, most like just like the rest of this crypto, or almost like double bottoming, right? So couldn't give us a reversal pattern just about this area of 0.786. We were looking for a reversal pattern and we got a rejection, and now we're looking for a divergence. So I'm looking for RDN at least to retest this area, right? Because it is on the lower time frame, right? I haven't taken a look at the price action of RDN for so long. On the lower time frame, it looks like this coin I just talked about right earlier. I think it's AMB, right? So AMB, so just like AMB, so it is not looking bad at all, but we have to break this area of 50 MA at least for the short term, right? So we have to break it. We got this divergence on the 4-hour time frame. That's pretty good, but it doesn't mean like we're gonna turn bullish like tomorrow also, right? So it is just like we're gonna get further more percentages at least for the short term, and a retest of this area, just about this area. So even though if you missed it, you can wait for a retest for further move to the upside, just to confirm like we're about to move to the upside. But most of these alt I just covered, it seems like we're still on the downtrend. So but we're extremely bullish on the lower time frame. So it is quite amazing, right? So it is quite amazing. Maybe BTC is dropping, so you guys let me know if BTC is dropping so I can jump to BTC. So but I'm looking for a retest of on BTC 5260 to 5279, in that range, right? So I'm looking for a retest before it further move to the upside. So let's move on to Stratus, and then we're gonna jump into Tron. Tron is pretty much quiet. So Stratus was looking actually. I'll send it on the. I said it on the live stream, not the live stream, but the Telegram group, guys. If you're new to the content, make sure to join the Telegram group. Oh, Halo Chain. I'm gonna take a look at Halo. I just don't have it on the list, but let's take a look at the Stratus. Stratus is looking bullish, at least on the lower time frame, right? We got this divergence. So I can't remember what I said about Stratus, so let me just remove this so I can be consistent. Okay. Stratus was looking bullish on the lower time frame. We're still bullish, at least on the lower time frame. I'm looking for our side at least to break this area. So it is a nice divergence, right? So it is a nice divergence. So it is a very nice divergence. So you got your corrective move just about this area, right? And then I think I said like we weren't sure if this is a corrective move or further sell-off, so we wanted to wait for a retest. Just like I think I talked about the same pattern about the WANCHAIN, right? We retested this area and then break it. Now we can be anticipating a further move to the upside, right? So it is confirming like our bias, a retest of this low, a push to the downside, and a move to the upside, right? So but let's just wait and see how we're going to be able to break this 50 MA. It is basically going to be very challenging. So and Stratus been down since it is actually very disappointed. Let's see, because Stratus was one of my top picks for April. So that's why sometimes you have to wait for these coins to turn bullish before you pick them. But and I said like wait for bullishness before you pick Stratus. So it is down since almost 42% down, just like IOTA. So another pullback to 382 gonna take us just about. It is gonna be very bullish, guys. Just about 30%, guys. Just about 30%, just like the rest of the crypto. So it is getting safer and safer. A divergence on the daily time frame also. This divergence bigger, it means like we still got like some more momentum to get to the upside. So before a retest. So I think like Stratus is kind of bullish, at least for the next 12 to 18 hours. I could be anticipating like a very bullish Stratus. Let's move on to the 45 minutes and see, because Stratus was very bullish, guys. Very bullish. Yeah, it is actually was making this bottom formation on the lower time frame. So it is making this bottom formation on the lower time frame. So on the 45-minute, we're getting squeezed by this 100 EMA, so we have to break it before we turn bearish. So we can retest at least this level of resistance, just about another 6%, guys. So it's a lot when you think about it, right? BTC is so much. If this altcoin goes 6% versus BTC is already up like 3%. You're looking at 10%, right? On your dollar value, so on your portfolio, USD portfolio. So you got to keep that in mind. Sometimes it is good to move in and out on USD Tether and BTC, or USD Tether and altcoin. But when BTC is bullish, you don't need USD Tether. You can look for a coin that is going to be up versus BTC, so you can increase your BTC value at the same time increase your dollar value, if your dollar value care much about you. So if you care much about your dollar value, so let's go ahead and move on to Tron, at least for the short term. So you gotta think about it, even like a 3% is a lot right now, because BTC is up like almost 4%. So from like 5100 to like almost 5300. So if a coin give you like a 3% move versus BTC, you're almost doubling your percentage gain. So you got to keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at okay? I'm going to take a look at the hollow chain. Tron is giving us a nice bottom formation on the 45 minutes time frame. Even though I'm looking for Tron to retest let's see, 0.786. It is giving us the same pattern as Litecoin, so it might not retest 0.786, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Target for Tron is 390 in that range, but it is so oversold. We're just gonna have to wait and see if we're gonna get 390, because even if you ignore this wick, let's see, if you ignore the wick, these wicks, so it is kind of subjective sometimes, guys. So if you ignore the wick, like to the downside, we exactly at 0.786. But would you be safe just to include it, right? Just to get confirmation. If you see a breakout, you just jump in. So if you're accumulating, you still wait for this area to accumulate for long term. But just to be safe, crypto is very volatile. Just include the wick. It's not that big, so it's just about 2-3%. So it is actually 10%, 15%. So it is just safer, guys. It is just safer. So because sometimes you can get this big sell off to the downside. So just like gas, right? We talked about gas, so you can get it very easily. Just put your buy order just about 0.786, 390 to 400 sats. The current price of Tron is just about 444. So you're looking at 10%, so a easy 10% if it got filled and pushed to the upside again, right? Push back up to the upside. So let's take a look at a hollow chain. Hollow got a very low volume too, man. So I think it's hot BTC. A very nice pattern. We're still looking for a hollow. I think last time we talked about hollow, we looking for a hollow to come back down to 0.786, just like BTT, right? So it could be moving sideways, because it seems to be making the same move as Bitcoin, back in 2011, 2013. That's the same pattern, right? So it could be on the bull run, and if you really take a look at it, right, this pattern is exactly the same pattern Bitcoin gave us 2013, right? If you have to go and take a look at it on the weekly time frame, right? If you want me to show you the Bitcoin pattern, the weekly time frame, let me know. Just say yes, I show you. I think I showed you before. This pattern just by this area, it gave us exactly Bitcoin pattern back in 2013, because 2013 Bitcoin had 2 bull run, right? The first one was just about April, and then the second one was like November, right? And then we got the sideways correction, and in 2015 we started the bull run. And if you really take a look at it, right, this bull run of hollow is exactly the same pattern Bitcoin is making right now. You know, so we just about like May, June, July, so we could see like a sideways correction if it wants to like be just like Bitcoin sideways correction, just about the 6K region, right, when Bitcoin was like 6,000, and then we're gonna push to the downside, just like they get the divergence and they further move to the upside. So like if you want to accumulate, that's a good thing. But if like let's say hollow wants to like push to the upside and market, you know, start a bull run, it is definitely not gonna do all of that. It's just gonna drop, get your divergence, and push to the upside. That's it. But I would be safe to wait for a retest of this area, right? So, but you know, if you're pretty bullish, I mean, you can just wait for further move to the upside. But just to be conservative, I would be if I were to accumulate a hollow with my BTC, I'm just gonna leave it just about this area. Since I got some BTC anyway, I'm not buying with a you know, with dollar, right? So if you're buying with a BTC, it doesn't matter really, because if BTC keep going up, I mean, you know, and hollow is moving sideways, you still like your portfolio in dollar value is still moving to the upside, right? So but next target for hollow, I'm still looking for this 0.786 and let the RSI get completely oversold before the next bull run. That's the safest thing, because you know any move to the upside gonna get the RSI oversold, overbought, and you don't know if like we're gonna get back to the downside. So but you already got a corrective move. I mean, I don't mean to stay too long on hollow, but that's a corrective move, just you know, just about this area, and it should be a further sell-off after that, right? So a further sell-off after that. So further sell-off. It's not like I want to be bearish on hollow, but I'm just like saying what I see, right? So let's move on to a VET, and we're about to get to XRP. VChain is already giving us a reversal pattern, so let's take a look at it. Nice pattern. Let's move on to the daily. I think so. That's what I said about VChain actually, right? I said like I didn't remove anything right on the chart, right? If you go back and watch my previous live stream, and you know, it's the same pattern. It's timestamp, right? So I'd say like we're looking for a retest of VChain, right? So and if like we get a big push to the upside from VChain, look for a flag, right? That's what I got in this area. Look for this flag for further move to the upside, because we got this correction, a retest, a push to the upside. I'm looking for this flag now. So because I didn't change anything on the screen, so and we're getting the same exact pattern we talked about last time. So you can go back to my previous altcoin review, right, just by this area, and then you got VChain. So let's see. Oh no, nothing changed. So VChain is just about this area, 103, one of the last coin I talked about. Oh, it is so slow. Let me just do this. Guys, if you're new to the content, make sure to join the Telegram group so you can give us your input. Let me know if you can hear me also, because you know the sound might be gone because I just muted this YouTube thing. Hey, let's just move on because this thing is pissing me off now. Okay, let's just move on. So but exactly that's what we said, and then you know, we're looking for this look for this flag, right? You know, a slight pullback, like a 50% pullback through A2, you know, just take it. I mean, it's not a financial advice, but we could be anticipating a further move to the upside, right? So that's a nice W. If I remove everything, you're gonna see like a nice bottom formation, guys. Nice bottom formation, right? Nice bottom formation. So It is a nice bottom formation. So, but VChain is looking bullish. It is looking bullish. Let's go back to the. Yeah, you took a look at the R side. It is, it is like, extremely bullish, guys. It is facing to the upside. So, man, VChain looking juicy. All right, let's move on to WANCHAIN, and then we're gonna move on to all those X's and Y's. Yeah, I think only VChain is bullish actually among all these coins I just talked about. Whoa, which WANCHAIN is looking bullish too. So WANCHAIN is looking bullish. That's what we said about WANCHAIN exactly. If you go back and this thing is just slow, man. But you got a timestamp. You can go back and watch it. I don't have to show you on the live stream. So WANCHAIN, exactly, that's what we said. And then we just talked about another coin also. I can't remember which one is it. Man, I forgot so quick. WANCHAIN, we got this pattern. So look for a flag, right? Like even though we break this area of resistance, look for a flag. It's not time to be in rush. Just look for a flag. Don't be in rush. Look for a flag, right? And then just like, and they further move to the upside, because I think this R side gonna get overbought, at least for the short term, right? It is so bullish, guys. No area of resistance. It is so bullish. So WANCHAIN gonna be extremely bullish, and then after that our ICX is gonna be next. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. WANCHAIN is extremely bullish. I think Ovidio got his order filled. Not, oh yeah, Ovidio, yeah. He say he put in order like just about like this area of 6.5, so 6,500. So keep that in mind. So just about this area. So that's a great catch, man. And then we've been pretty much bearish on WANCHAIN since WANCHAIN was like almost 9,000, guys, just about this area. So if you remember, like earlier April, WANCHAIN give us this move just about this area. So, and I say like, I think that was this move, or I think it was this move with a very low volume, right? And I said like I wasn't comfortable with WANCHAIN. We're gonna be dropping. And then if you go back, WANCHAIN was actually, that was the first week of April. WANCHAIN was almost like almost over 10,000 in that range, right? Almost over 10,000, guys. So 10,000 to actually 600, it is a lot, man. It's a 40% drop, guys. 40% drop, guys. 40%. So keep that in mind. Even though I'm holding WANCHAIN for a long term, I didn't bother like taking those WANCHAIN out of the wallet. So it is just for a long term. I still can accumulate in this range. So let's go ahead and move on to waves. Wave been like pretty bullish. So one of my top pick for April. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna be able to put a timestamp today. Pretty tired. So we talked about waves, and then waves is exactly at a 0.786, and then it just give us like a 30% move. Not 30, hopefully a 15% move to the upside, but it is actually gonna pull back. So keep that in mind. It is not. I saw it in the morning, but I wasn't like very excited because I know where waves. I knew the chart. I can visualize the chart of wave with a 10% move to the upside. So I wasn't like really excited. I knew it was a nice move, but we're gonna pull back. So keep that in mind. We're gonna pull back because we need this divergence for further move to the upside. So we're not even sure like if wave gonna double bottom. So keep that in mind. So I wouldn't be like all over the place with wave. So just to be conservative, to wait for confirmation. Just to be conservative. Yep. You take a look at the lower time frame. We got a rejection from the 50 MA. So but we've been looking for this retest of the 0.786. So I would be waiting for a better confirmation. It could be we got a nice divergence. We could be getting like wave number 1 just about this area, right? And then like that, a retest. So it's going to be a long process. It's not going to be an easy process. So you still got time to be accumulating more waves. So it's not in rush. So keep that in mind. But the divergence is pretty nice. So a nice divergence. Let's move on to Walton. BitConnect, which what's the symbol of BitConnect? I don't think I remember the symbol of BitConnect. And let me know what exchange has it. Hey, I know you're joking, but BitConnect. For some reason, well, let's take a look at it in the bigger picture. For some reason, Walton is holding strong. I think we talked about Walton before, but I'd be more conservative and wait for another retest of this area of 0.786. It might take forever. It's a coin I just talked about. I can't remember which one was it. It is also like got the same pattern, and then I think it is Bitcoin Cash. So I think it's Bitcoin Cash, right? But I can't remember. But it is giving us this flat correction. It is a nice correction, but it could be a fake out because, you know, this correction, you know, usually like a confirmation of an uptrend. But just to be conservative, right? I'm still gonna look for a retest of 0.786, guys. I'm still gonna wait for this retest for Walton, right? At least for the short term. So it doesn't mean like, you know, it is not gonna, you know, pull back to 382 and pull, you know, come back down to 0.786. So just keep that in mind. We can still like push higher above this 382 and then a further sell off. I say the same thing when ADA was just about this area, like you know, 1700, right? So, and you see ADA is back to this area, so I wouldn't be in rush at all, because you need like an ABC correction. We don't have any, just like this pattern, just about this area. So just like this area, you got a nice ABC correction, impulse wave to the downside, a further move to the upside, right? Now I'm looking for another impulse wave to the downside for a further move to the upside. We need this impulse wave before we you know, call a reversal for Walton. But it is not a buy signal at all. It could be, but I don't see a buy signal for Walton, at least for the short term. Walton and Nano, so they got the same pattern, but the only difference is that a Nano, you know, were able to I think, let's see, no, Walton started to drop on April 1st but pushed back to the upside. So it dropped, you know, it made a ABC correction, unlike other alt, they just dropped to the downside. They didn't make a ABC correction. They made this ABC correction like that. But Walton made a nice ABC correction, quickly came back to 0.786 and take a cheap shot on BTC. So keep that in mind. It's gonna lose most of that. I'm not telling you to hold or buy your Walton, but I'm just telling you what I see on the chart. It's not like I'm bearish or, you know, I don't like Walton or none of that. So it is just like, you know, what is most probable. So to because some people, you say bearish, they think like you hate that coin or not. Most of these coins, I don't talk about their fundamentals. I just talk about the chart. Let's just move on to let's move on to XRP. I know most of you guys XRP. Most of you guys only interested on XRP. XRP, like we talked about XRP just about this area. I haven't even changed anything about the chart. I haven't taken a look at the XRP chart since then, except on the phone, right? So we're looking for this double bottom, right? That's what we're looking for, a push to the upside, come back, retest it. XRP push to the upside, right? But we're still not getting this this pattern. So we say we're gonna get this pattern or that pattern, but we don't know which one we're gonna get. So, but so far we got a 3-wave move to the upside, right? So like let's say we got this double, that's what we exactly say. If we got this double bottom push to the upside, we're waiting for a retest, but we're not even getting any of these so far. But XRP is just very undecided, right? So it's very undecided. It is not giving us a double bottom and it is not pushing to the upside. It's very undecided. So I would just be like careful with XRP, because you can still like get it cheaper. It doesn't mean like it's a bad thing. A cheaper XRP is a good thing, guys. It's not like it is going to zero. So wait for confirmation. This morning, as soon as I saw the big move to the upside for 5%, it was more than 4 or 5% because XRP last night was like, I think 5,300 in that range, right? If I might be, let's see, it was actually like 5,500, and then like we got like to 59, so it's almost like 6-7%, right? So, but I wasn't like overly like overwhelmed. I was like, let's just wait. We went 8% to the upside, so now we're pulling back. So we said it on the Telegram group. So guys, that's a good thing about, you know, when you join the Telegram group, we can exchange ideas. So it's not a financial advice, but XRP might be going up, and then you give us a signal on the Telegram group, and then we take a look at it, and then we say, hey, it is time. It is the bull run has started. Let's take a look at the bigger picture, the lower time frame again. The lower time frame, we got a clean 3-wave move to the upside. We were looking for a double bottom, but we got 3 waves to the upside. So we could be anticipating, and if like, let's say we're gonna get a double bottom, it's not gonna get like to this area again. I don't think it's gonna be like that, right? So we're gonna get another 3 wave to the downside, right? So we're gonna get 1 and 2, and then a possible break to the downside. But let's see, once we get to this area with a big volume, you know, we can anticipate further move. But that is a nice corrective impulse wave to the upside, right? So let's see. Last time we got this type of pattern on the lower time frame. So it's been a while since we got this type of move. Last time we got it was just about this area, so it was kind of not clean. So this one is a very clean move to the upside, very big separation between the waves. So it is a clean waves, guys. It is a clean wave. Clean wave. It's none of this stuff. So it is a clean wave. It is very hopeful, right? So let me just remove everything, and then we're gonna go to the weekly time frame. Oh, BitConnect is dead. Oh, hey, what's up, Spencer? I think we talked about NEO. I don't have a timestamp yet, so we can talk about NEO. So for XRP on the weekly time frame, guys, the best thing to do is just rely on the weekly time frame. The RSI is completely like oversold. Now we got this first, you know, push to the upside, right? You know, that's a good sign. It is just Tuesday. That's why you got this move. So let's see with that 3-way move to the upside, if XRP gonna be able to give us a, you know, slight double bottom, you know, just like that, a nice divergence, right? So it is gonna take a long time if like we're gonna get this move on the weekly, right? So it's gonna take at least another 2 weeks before we get this divergence on the weekly time frame. So, but it is looking bullish, at least on a very low time frame, like a 15 to 45 minutes. So let's go back. Yeah, 15 minutes. It looks like we're gonna get another push to the upside. So on the 15 minutes, just like I said, right, guys? So yeah, we already like almost oversold. So we're already oversold on the 15 minutes. So we could be retesting this wave like that, and then come back, retest, get a double bottom. So, but the 15 minutes is actually oversold. So that's what we said on the Telegram group. Wait for the 50% pullback. So I think Computer Royal like give us that signal, say XRP is going crazy. I wasn't looking. It was so early. So if you just take this move, you just about 0.618. It is good. So wait for 50%. Even if you waited for a 50% pullback, you could like get your stop loss. Your stop loss, or you can just wait for another reversal. So it is always good to wait for 50%, guys. And when a coin is up like 10%, no need to be rushed. We're still in a bear market. You got to be able to identify these bottom formation on the lower time frames, especially on the 45 and 1 hour. So it depends like what application you use. If you're using Binance chart is great. Like the application is great. You can identify all these bottom formation. But this one came out of nowhere, guys. So you couldn't catch it. It came out of nowhere. You could not catch this one. I'm not saying like you cannot, but I'm just saying like I couldn't catch this one. I would just be waiting. So let's go ahead and move on to I think we talked about XLM. Let's move on to XMR. Hey, you're welcome, Vet. I keep calling you Vet, so I hope you're a veteran. XMR BTC. Yeah, XMR, we talked about like how XMR was gonna give us a double bottom. So some of these coins, they're just easy to do TA because you know they got a nice market structure. So, but you know we still have to wait for confirmation. We just got a double bottom. It doesn't mean like we on a bull run, right? So it is about to come back and to give us another retest. So most likely we're gonna get another retest. So of this 50 EMA, so on the lower time frame, at least on the hourly time frame. So most people are going to be taking profit, guys. So you got to remember, guys, if BTC is up 3%, right, and altcoin are up 3 to 4%, most people are going to take profit. So you got to remember that, because that's like 6% on your portfolio, right, dollar value. So that's a lot. Like let's say you're holding like 100K, that's a lot, guys. If you got like $100,000 worth of crypto and then it is up like 7-8%, I mean, definitely gonna take profit, especially if you're doing crypto for a living, right? So keep that in mind. Not crypto, but trading for full time. Keep that in mind. So we're gonna get some pullback. Let's move on to Zcash, ZILLIQA. Guys, I don't think I'll be able to put a timestamp on this one. Zcash, ZILLIQA, BTC. All right, you're a veteran, so I'm gonna keep calling you Vet. All right. ZILLIQA is it is giving us a nice pattern on the let's take a look at another time frame. Yes, I talked about another coin just like ZILLIQA. I can't remember, we were just talking about it. So but the same pattern. So sometimes that's why it is good to be consistent. Once you're consistent, you don't care about the coin you're talking about. You're just talking about the pattern, and then you don't even care about that coin, whether it is NEO, you like it or not, right? So you just look at the pattern without looking at the coin. That's a good thing about being consistent. So ZILLIQA, we got this falling wedge, right? It is beautiful. It is a beautiful pattern. So I think like ZILLIQA gonna break out, right? So a break above this area, right? A break above this area, a retest can give us like a nice breakout. It might take forever, but it seems like we're gonna be moving to the upside, for ZILLIQA, at least for the short term, right? A nice clean 3-wave to the downside. So it is kind of scary because you got this pattern. It is the same pattern. You just want to look at it like in 3D. This move just by this area, right? It seems like a reversal pattern, right? Not a reversal pattern, but a continuation pattern, right? Just by this area. So exactly, it is one chain, right? So we talk about one chain, waiting for it to retest this area, a push to the upside, give you the flag. So it is one chain and V chain. So it is the same pattern, exact same pattern. So I'm looking for a push to the upside, a flag, and a further, continuation trend. So, but we're just gonna have to wait and see, because if like we're gonna get all these moves and then our side is already 50, it's gonna take like quite a while, because we're gonna get a lot of noise just like this, right? We're gonna get a lot of noise. So you just have to be patient, just like that. Come back down. Let me just move the screen. Just like that. So it is going to be a lot of noise, guys. Just like that. Come back, blah blah blah, and then we're gonna get this channel. So keep that in mind. Hopefully it's not gonna be till July. So but it's a lower time frame. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But it is a nice pattern. ZILLIQA is ZILLIQA, one chain, and I think V chain, right? We just put it on the screen. So when I come back, I can remember. All right. So let's move on to. We're talking about Zcash, right? I think we talked about Zcash. I don't think we talked about Zcash. Let's move on to Zcash. It's ZEC, not Zcash. Not bad BTC. Zcash is giving us a reversal pattern. So, but it is giving us a reversal pattern for Zcash. So we got a nice divergence, a very aggressive divergence, guys. This one is pretty much like a double divergence. That's one of the divergence I like to take a look at. So very few coins gonna give you this pattern, guys. You gotta keep that in mind. I'm gonna show you again. I talked about it before, right? So what you look for, you got your trend line, right? You're looking for this trend line, guys. That's a trend line you're looking for. Forget about this move. So I said it before, guys. You gotta find your own way of finding like patterns. So you got this move. I talked about it before, right? That's a reversal. So right here. So this move, like you already got your 4% plus 4% BTC moving 4% the last 24 hours. That's 8%, guys. So that's a very nice pattern just by this area. So I'm looking for a rejection from this area for 50 MA first, you know, slight pullback, you know, further move. So ZILLIQA is starting to look bullish, at least this week, right? So we could anticipate like ZILLIQA, let's see, for the long term. It is very bullish, guys. You take a look at this candle, man. It is very engulfing. So almost like 100% of the previous bearish candle. So, and then you take a look at it before even this bearish candle, price was actually like was pushing hard to the upside. You can see this volatility, and then we came back, break below it, it pushed to the upside. That's what you're seeing on the lower time frame. So you have to go to the lower time frame to see like these details, right? Just like a VChain, OneChain, I think ZILLIQA, right? So keep that in mind. So keep that in mind, right? So all these V and Z, you know, areas, they got the same pattern for some reason. So, and they last on the list. So maybe the bots, they play based on the alphabetical order too. Because sometimes for some reason, like you know, you do in chart two coins like let's say ZILLIQA and Zcash, they got the same pattern. You know, you look at ADA and ADX, they got the same pattern, stuff like that. It's kind of funny, but don't rely on it. I'm just speculating. So let's move on to I think WePower, the last coin, and then we're gonna get back to BTC finally. Hey, what's up, HR? Make sure to hit the like and thumbs up, HR. WePower, that's exactly the same pattern we got again on the ZILLIQA, Zcash, VChain, right? The WePower got the same pattern, and then we say we're gonna monitor it. We got this pattern waiting for a retest. You know, it break this area. So it is actually a very aggressive, because this move is basically a continuation move. But in crypto, you know, anything can happen. So you can see like WePower is very aggressive, just like ZILLIQA. If I go back to ZILLIQA, you can see the pattern. Same exact pattern, guys. You see, same exact pattern. Let me just remove this drawing. So all right, so same exact pattern, right? If you really pay clear attention, right? So let me go back to WePower. The volume is kind of low, so for WePower, that's a bad side about it. So same exact pattern, guys. So you can anticipate like how these, like, you know, ZILLIQA, VChain, Zcash going to be doing, and then you can anticipate like how WePower going to be doing, at least for the short term, because they're going to be moving at the same time, and they on alphabetical order. They all, you know, next to each other. So it is just for speculative purpose, just to speculate. So all right, let's go back to BTC, and then we're gonna finalize the live stream. Remember guys, next target for BTC is just about 9,500 guys, for the medium term, not long term, but medium term target. So NeoGas. Oh, Spencer, are you still around? I can go back to NeoGas if you're still around, right? So let me know if you're still around, and then I'll take a look at gas. So when you take a look at BTC, BTC is actually like 53.50, right? So we say we have to break this area of 50 EMA, at least for the short term. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look. The 4-hour time frame, not the R side, right? The R side is actually bullish, guys. So the stochastic, we're about to get a U-turn. That's you know, I hate to take a look at the stochastic on the lower time frame, but it is giving us a bearish signal on the, not bearish, but we still got some room to go, because it is just like 93. If like we extremely bullish, we can get to 100. So we still got like some, it is a good sign. We're making a U-turn at 93, so we can gonna get this U-turn just like that, get to 100. So keep that in mind. So it doesn't mean like we're gonna be bearish. So, but we have to close above this area of you know, 50 EMA on the lower time frame. That's Bitfinex has 56.23. Are you kidding me? Binance is 53. Binance is 53.50. So I think today's high is just about 53.74, guys. Target is 54.28 to 54.68. So if you join our Telegram group, I said it, next target, guys. So keep that in mind. So hopefully you're holding an altcoin that is going to go against BTC. That's a good thing. So BTC is going up, and that altcoin is going like 2 to 3% versus BTC. So it doesn't have to go 10%. And then you're gonna double your percentage. You gotta understand that, guys. If BTC is if BTC is going, excuse me, if BTC is going up, you want to bet on an altcoin that is ready to make a move, like at least a 5% move, guys. It's not a financial advice, but you understand what I mean. Like that's the power of having this altcoin going like against BTC. So you know, but BTC is extremely bullish, guys. I said it. You know, when I said BTC was extremely bullish, you know, we got this steady food, you know, and then, you know, everybody was telling me, haha, but, you know, take a look at it now. I mean, we're still like on the downtrend from this area, but, you know, now we got a better chance to get above this area of resistance. We already broke like 53.37, so we don't have anything to lose anymore. So not anything to lose, but you know what I mean, like we pretty much more bullish than bearish now. So, and then we're going to take a look at the ascending triangle just to finalize what we talked about, right? So on the Telegram group, I think Nicholas, right? Nicholas and Saba, I don't know where is Saba, so he owed me a coffee, so Italian coffee, because he said like we're gonna drop to drop very low, but we haven't seen that drop yet. So you take a look at this ascending triangle. So we're still holding strong just about this area. If you want to include everything, just about this area, you know, we're still holding like strong within this triangle. So it is actually like extremely bullish, guys, on the, at least on the, if you take a look at the bigger picture, right? So if you take a look at the bigger picture, we're still not closing outside this triangle, right? So still not closing outside this triangle. So it is kind of subjective, but you know, you can say like we close outside this triangle if you draw your triangle just like this. But if you want to be subjective, you know, you can fool yourself. Let me fool myself. So we haven't been closing outside of this triangle yet, so just to make myself feel good. So, and the next target is nothing but just about 1% above this triangle, just about this area, right? So we could get like to 56 in that range. It depends like how long it's gonna take us to get there. Like let's say we get a very vertical move to the upside, you know, it is gonna be just about 56. So in that range, right? So just about 56 in that range. And then the stochastic on the daily time frame, it is extremely bullish, guys. It is extremely bullish. You already got your you know, your signature move, you know, on the on this oversold area, right? You got your signature move just about the area. So hopefully we're not gonna get another drop before it pushed to the upside. But also stochastic doesn't move that way, just like ours. It moves very slow, so you might this move is enough like a correction just to move to the upside, right? So it is enough correction, just a double bottom, a push to the upside. So we're extremely bullish, guys, extremely bullish. You know, the daily is just about this area, guys. Monthly is just about this area, and then you got your weekly just sitting about, you know, like 99 to 100. It's gonna be there for a while until we hit like a 9,000 to 10,000 BTC. So I don't know what's wrong with Bitfinex. So let's take a look at Bitfinex, BTC Bitfinex. Maybe it's time to send some BTC out there. But I'm too lazy. So it might take forever to get there. So but I don't think, like, I don't even have like a Bitfinex account, so I can't do anything. It's detail. Yeah. Say Bitfinex. It's Bittrex. Okay, Bittrex. It is actually USD, not USD Tether. It is 56, and it is actually USD, not USD Tether, guys. It is actually USD. It is crazy, guys. So how can you explain like BTC is at 56 on Bitstamp? I mean, not Bitstamp, Bitfinex, but it is not saying USD Tether. It is just saying USD. So I don't know how to explain it. So you guys let me know how to explain it. You guys let me know how to explain it. So I don't know. I don't know if it is the chart mean like a BTC USD Tether or BTC USD, because it is actually 56. So which means like we're gonna go much higher very shortly, because we don't have any other area of resistance. The stochastic is extremely bullish, you know. So this big move we got on Bitfinex, that's a move we got on the on Binance, but Binance got the move just about this area. So you see what I'm talking about, right? So Binance got this move, right, just about this area. So very low at you know, stochastic level, right? So you know, Bitfinex is getting this move. So we're just gonna break this area, and then we're gonna go to 6K. That's it. It's nothing you can do, man. We've been calling for this 6K like since BTC was 3,500, guys. 3,500. And I say like BTC, you know, gonna make this flag just about this area, guys. I draw the flag on that video, right? The thumbnail was just like this, guys. Just like that, guys. So you gotta do your own research, guys. So most people, they don't do their own research. They just, you know, open up YouTube and start talking. But most of this stuff, guys, I've been talking about, you know, I've been saying it like 30-45 days before it takes place. So we're gonna get to 9,500, and most people are gonna be like, oh, you know, it is because of the short squeeze. But you know, if you've done your research, right, you're not gonna be talking about short squeeze or none of that. So keep that in mind, guys. We at 5,600 on Bitfinex. 56, so 56.15. So any market you guys want to talk about? So before I call it a day. So maybe altcoin about to get murdered again. BTC is moving to the upside. So if BTC is about to go to 56, so most of these altcoins, they're gonna finish up their correction, because we went through the list, and most of these altcoins, they are pretty much 90% of them still need a double bottom. So but on the lower time frame, they're kind of bullish, like 4 to 6% move. But on the bigger time frame, it seems like they're going to be correcting versus BTC. All right. So we still got this ascending triangle, and then we're just gonna call it a day, and then we're gonna go back live hopefully before the weekend, guys. So if you're new to the content, make sure to join the live stream. So join the Telegram group so you can get notification about the live stream. So all right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Thank you for tuning in, and then we're gonna go live before the weekend again, right? So thank you.